Hi, you're here with Samantha Brown, and I just thought I would show you guys what I've been doing since finishing up at Expert Empires, the most epic 2 days in the UK that I've had in a very long time, possibly ever. And also I had a private meeting with Cardone, and I've had some very specific actions that I wanted to take, and I've started that. So I thought I would talk you through the process to share with you what I've been doing in the hopes that it inspires you to do the same. And also, a very amazing person, Gary Vaynerchuk, shared with everybody on his podcast that he wishes he'd started documenting right at the beginning and to show the whole process of going from like nobody to somebody. So I thought I would try and do the same. So I'm going to share as much as I possibly can, and I know it's going to help you guys. So keep watching. So what I've been doing, I am in planning phase now of what steps I'm going to take after Expert Empires, after seeing Grant Cardone, to really maximise all the information that I've learned and actually use it to get better business. So I've been writing on Post-it notes. I even went out and bought a new stack of Post-it notes. Let me see if I can switch around and then you can see the floor. Now, fortunately, I have had to close my curtains because it's so bright outside that you wouldn't have even been able to see the Post-it notes. So I'll go over here first of all. So you can see here, this is just like a 26-minute Pomodoro session of just writing a load of stuff down, loads of ideas, and I'm going to talk you through them. So I've been reading Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson, which is amazing, and thinking how I can apply it to my business, and also tying in everything that I've learned over the last few days. So let's see if you can see, if I get a bit closer down on my hands and knees. Here are just some ideas of things that I can be doing. So GFF is my Get Facebook Famous course. Could I have an event around it? Can I be doing webinars? Write a book. Someone told me to write a book when I was at Expert Empires. Facebook Lives, obviously I already do those. So that was kind of like where the blue was. I actually started over here and I was looking at the kind of three core markets that there are, and loads of people agree on this. So you've got health, you've got wealth, and you've got relationships, and everything else is just a sub-market of those three things. So within wealth, you've got property, investing, all that kind of stuff. Health could be fitness, could be diet, stuff related to that. Relationships, maybe marriage, maybe children, parenting, all of that kind of stuff. So each of those things is a sub-market. So I was kind of thinking about property being a sub-market of wealth. Then all the networking that I do, and I've realised, having been at an event with, I think, something like 800 or 900 people, and also GrowthCon with 9,000 people, I'm pretty good at networking. People tell me this. And social media is obviously something else that I'm really in love with. Facebook, and then kind of it spread on from there. So those are those kind of Post-it notes. So then what I went for is working out along the Expert Secrets, which is this book. Going through the things that Russell Brunson says you need to have a successful, customer journey, and then to have a successful product that you can absolutely massively sell in a huge scale. And I mean, this is a guy that does hundreds of millions in terms of turnover, and made $3 million on stage at GrowthCon. So he talks about having a charismatic leader, which I know sounds really egotistical, but I'm okay with it. I know that bit I've got down fine, but I also know that other people don't. They don't believe in themselves as being experts. I say expert as a, in air quotes, expert, because most people don't think that they have the ability to teach others on the stuff that they know about. But realistically, all you need to do is just be like one little step ahead of people. Now, I know loads of people will disagree with me on this, and they'll say that you need to have absolutely made it if you fancy teaching other people. But what most people find when they're in the audience, when they're the customers, is that if somebody is too far ahead, the person they're trying to learn from doesn't remember how it felt to be in the position that they're in right now. So people who are up on stage speaking at maybe like Tony Robbins events or Annie Harrington's events, they probably don't remember how hard it is to even put yourself forward to speaking or put yourself in the position of saying, yeah, I'm going to teach other people, because they've been doing it for so long. So actually, you know what? We can all be experts as long as we know more than the person who we're trying to teach, and we've been where they were, then we can help them on the journey that we took. And yeah, it doesn't always work for everybody, but if you try enough and take enough people along the journey that you've been on, then absolutely some people are going to have the same success that you've had. And even if you're not at the top of your game right now and you haven't had the massive success, and I'm not there, I'm absolutely not there, let's get this clear, then I'm going through the journey, but I'm trying to document the journey as I go. kind of just because it's the thing that I like doing, but also Gary Vaynerchuk says to do it, Grant Cardone says to do it. Everybody says, and then we're talking about the mega successful people now, they all say to document your journey, talk about the stuff that you're doing, and people will get value from it. So that's what I'm doing here. So let me take you back to my post-its. Hold on. Charismatic leader is one of the things that you need to have a successful business. You also need to have, I'm looking for secret 2. If anyone's spot secret 2, tell me. Up there. Yes, so it says cause, culture, community. So obviously building Facebook communities is an amazing thing, and your customers become your community, and the really, really, really successful people. Yeah. Oh, look at all my toys. Caspian's toys, not mine. So the really successful people will have a tribe of followers, and you'll notice that the tribe will call themselves certain things. So like Harley Davidson customers are so believing in the Harley Davidson brand that they get things tattooed on them, which is, I think, nuts, but true. I know there is a person who is a 4N for networking, very big in the UK, in small business world. They do networking meetings. Yes, Chris, there's a lot of post-its. It's only half an hour's worth of writing. So there's a guy I know who is a 4N networking member, so he goes to meetings, who's had the 4N logo tattooed on him. I mean, if you've got the kind of business where you can encourage somehow people to start tattooing stuff on them, then you know you've got a tribe of loyal followers. I know Kevin Kelly wrote an article called 1000 True Fans, and he basically said if you've got 1,000 people who will buy everything that you sell, they'll travel across the country to get your signed book or your launch of your new album or whatever it is, then you are going to be successful because you just need 1,000 people who absolutely love what you do. So that's what the culture bit of my post-its is about. Really building the community, and I've been watching some very big people and even smaller people do it for a while, and what they tend to do is bring like-minded people together so that you can share ideas. And just being totally distracted by Chris saying someone's going to tattoo your face on them. Any volunteers? You don't want my face. But yeah, so when you bring people together who are like-minded, who have something in common, then actually all of you grow, all of you develop, and that's something I massively want to do. I've got a small Facebook group at the moment that's got about 250 people in it, and I made it very clear. 1, people don't get added indiscriminately, people choose to be in there, and 2, the kinds of people that I wanted in there were, or are, positive, high energy, see a trend here, people who are pro-wealth, pro getting rich, because I've come across an awful lot of people in small business networking who just want to survive, and I don't even think of surviving like scrape by. I don't want that. I want to be able to do the things I want to do. I want to be able to give to the charities I want to give to. I want to be able to help thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, if not millions of people. And the only way that you can do that is actually by really upping your value and therefore getting rich. So I'm okay with that. So I've got this group of people, but actually they're all really, really engaged. And I think that's way, way better than having a group of like 16,000 people who actually most of them don't even comment, don't look, whatever it might be on Facebook. So that's kind of like the culture bit that Russell Brunson says you need to have your successful business, movement, whatever it might be. And then the third thing, I'm just looking through all my post-it notes, there's lots of them, as Chris has put out, is the opportunity. Yeah, so you can see it here, opportunity. He calls it the vehicle of change. So whatever the thing is that you're going to get your people to go down. So it might be something totally new, and that's the best way, is something new, something different, rather than just trying to change what they're already doing. And I think that's the kind of real key thing. So Russell Brunson says in Expert Secrets, he talks about when you look at the presidential election races and things, it's always the candidate who is going for something new, something better, something different, who wins. So Donald Trump recently said about making America great again, so, trying to work off that. So Chris asked how much have I read so far. Well, I've listened to the whole book, so I've got it on in paperback. It's actually stealing Tim's. I've got it on audio, so I've got I haven't got it here with me. The kind of like little audio player of Expert Secrets, and I've also got it on Kindle as well. So I have listened to the book, and this is my read through, and what I'm doing right now is reading through the book, and as you can see, doing post-its, actually taking action. And this is the bit that people don't do, and this is why people are failing and not getting further in than they could do. So I just wanted to share my post-its notes with you, and also talk a bit about what thoughts I've had about Get Facebook Famous, which is my core product, I guess, at the moment. And it's about taking people through the change of making people believe that you can be a charismatic leader. Because I know right now people don't think it, and they don't think that they can do video, and they don't think they can do live video because you don't feel worthy, or you feel guilty, or you don't bring attention to yourself. I even wrote some post-it notes about this somewhere. I don't know where it is now. So that there are a load of reasons why you don't think that you can be a charismatic leader, but you have to be. You have to show your customers that you know what you're talking about and be someone who stands out from the crowd. So you're going to have to be a charismatic leader, and I'm going to show you how. I'm also going to, where's my number 2 gone? Yeah, so create a culture. I mean, inevitably everybody culture within their customers, if they do it on purpose, if you intentionally choose who your customer is going to be. If you're just going to accept anyone to be your customer, then you're not going to create community, because you're not actively seeking out the people who really value you and what you offer. So that's my big advice today. Think about who your customers are. And I wrote down a list of traits of my ideal customer, like I guess the customer avatar thing, which I have to be honest, I genuinely think, or used to think, is a load of bullshit. Like, it's just wishful thinking. But at Expert Empire, somebody came up to me who has been watching a lot of my videos, and he epitomises my ideal customer. He's got money to spend. He wants to get better. He's a he. Like, my average viewer is a male rather than a female. Now, I think that's a shame, because I wish women would actually stand up and say, yes, I can go and do business stuff, and I don't have to play the smaller role. I can play the bigger role. But yeah, so anyway, so I created this customer avatar, and then he appeared at Expert Empires and said, can you please put on an event, because I need to learn what it is that you can do, because I have no idea, and you're very good at doing it. And so if you think about your customer and have intention in writing down all of the traits of your customer, and make them a person. This person even has the name that I gave, in some ways, that I gave my avatar. It's very bizarre. So the universe is listening. So yeah, so think about the culture that you want to create. Think about the community of your customers. And that's what I've been trying to do today with all my post-its. So let's go back to the bits. And then I've been writing down some of the bits that are in my Get Facebook Famous course, and I'm going to give it all away to you now. No, there's loads more. This is just some of the stuff that I wrote down, and I've written loads of other stuff down before, and some of the modules that I've already created. But there's little things like having captions on your video. Now, obviously, I'm doing a live video, I can't have captions, but what I can do is when this is finished, I can save this. There's a little button down. I'm going to try and point, but this is really hard. It's the other way around. Down here that says save when you've finished, then upload it into YouTube, and then give it a couple of minutes. Then you can download the captions from YouTube and re-upload them to Facebook just by changing the title of the file. I've got a hack to do that, and I've actually got a video of how to do that. So that's obviously in my course, talking about Facebook Messenger, and I've used this recently. I did one post and I've had 50 subscribers, and this isn't even paid for stuff. So really easy ways to do Facebook Messenger hacks so that you get people into your course, your challenge, your list, whatever it is. And I believe Ryan Dice said it was something like, I've read elsewhere that Facebook Messenger gets 91% in terms of open rates, which email definitely doesn't. But also, not even just that, obviously Facebook Messenger is using, and I'm going to go over here now, embracing AI. It means that you can have a more human conversation with someone rather than just getting a load of emails that don't mean anything and they're sent to the masses, rather than you as an individual. And remember, we're talking about our perfect customer. And you might have loads of perfect customers, but you have to create a journey for each one and an avatar for each one. So let's go. So where am I? Picture hacks, ways that you can easily make pictures for things. Live video is obviously the most perfect thing. Video, so I went with video, then live video. Putting titles on videos. Nick James doesn't do this. Whoever's uploading Nick James's videos doesn't put titles on them, so nobody wants to watch them. You've got no idea what it's about. The still, Nick James again doesn't do this. Choose a really good still from your videos where you're hopefully, preferably, you're smiling, because the Facebook algorithm loves a smile. Because as humans, we love a smile. Babies love a smile more than anything else. So babies respond to smiles, and so do we as we get older. And that's why the Facebook algorithm likes a smile more than anything else. So choose the right still. And if you don't have a still that's good enough, then go through your video and take a screenshot and then upload that. But anyway, so I've got a bit on how to do that. Write how you speak, which is why I like taking all my text stuff from actual videos and then just making it legible. Tagging, so someone I know doesn't know how to tag. I bet there's a load of people that don't know how to tagging, and why it's so important. About being a personal brand, uploading all videos to YouTube. This is the to-do for me. Look at action. Ooh. Listing knowledge topics, because then you can do having content, because that's what scares people about video the most, is the fact that they don't know what to say, but you do know lots. You are an expert. Back to the charismatic leader. Oh my God, this stuff is amazing. These are some things about me. Real, authentic. I want location and time freedom, which is why I love online stuff. And I don't want to be tied to doing a ton of in-person events, because it doesn't actually fit with what I want for my life. This is like an idea of what I need to get people over, of the idea of famous. It doesn't really mean being standing out and being obnoxious and all that stuff. It's actually to do with being known by lots of people. And the more people you're known by, the more customers you're inevitably, I can't even say the word now, it's too hot, inevitably, there you go, going to have, because if you've got this massive pool of people that know of you, some of them are going to love you, and then they're going to buy your stuff. So if you're known by more people, i.e. you're famous in the true meaning of the word famous, then you're going to be more successful. Ta-da! There you go, I've just made your week. So I've got to, what I realise now is I need to explain that more to people and work on getting people over the fear of being famous, because people don't want to stand out. Everybody's told to fit in at school. I can't remember who it was that was speaking at Expert Empires, and they asked everybody to put up their hands if they'd ever been told by their parents or learned when they were younger not to stand out. It might have even been Grant Cardone. I'll have to look back through my video. If you want to watch the video of the whole thing, I've got it. Subscribe to my page. I'll send it to you. But yeah, so I think Grant asked everybody in the audience at Expert Empires, there's like 800 people, 900 people, however it was, if it's like you'd ever learn not to stand out. And so many people put their hands up. And what I found really interesting is I've never had that. Like, that's not in me. I have no issue with standing out. I have no issue with being different. Tim took a photo of me earlier lying on the patio, just lying down flat on the patio while having a 5-minute break from writing all this stuff, because I'm trying to do it Pomodoro style of the 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 10 minutes off, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I was just lying down there. And I think he thought I was being weird. But I don't have that issue with stuff. And I know now that I need to get people over that issue. I need to help them, because it's something I definitely don't have a problem with. Like the whole feeling the fear, if I get scared about doing something, it kind of makes me want to go and do it. Like anything. I remember when I first interviewed a very successful property investor / business owner / author, world record holder, whatever. The opportunity came up to interview him. I've never interviewed anyone in my life. It was a 7-hour round trip. But I was like, yeah, go on then, I'll do this. And then I remember at another event, someone was talking about, and it's the same person that I interviewed, said that he doesn't like doing videos in the big wild world while he's out and about, because someone heckled him once. And then on the drive home from a training session, I was like, okay, while I'm here, stood in the services, I'm going to do a live video around a load of people. And I did a live video earlier today in a coffee shop, because if something scares me, I know that it's a little bit different, and therefore it's pushing my boundaries. So if I go and do it anyway, that helps me expand as a person. And growth and expansion is like my highest value. So hence why I love doing scary stuff. But I know not everyone's like that. So I guess one of my purposes, if not my purpose, is to help people when they're feeling fear, get through it and just do the thing anyway. And I know loads of people have done live videos of the back of me doing them, or gone to the gym when they didn't feel like doing it. So I know it works. I'm not going to talk you through every single post-it note. I'm looking at my post-it notes, there's millions of them on the floor, but I just thought I'd give you an idea of how my brain was working today. Actually, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll show you my customer, how my customer thing went. So I've been obviously focusing on my Get Facebook Famous course, and then thinking about the different kinds of people that it would work for, and obviously experts, Expert Empires, coaches and speakers, but also people like funnel hackers. So Russell Brunson's entire community would totally benefit from realising that they can be charismatic leaders, because he teaches it. And property investors, that's the big one for me, because loads and loads and loads of them have no idea how to do Facebook or anything else. And then I shall tell you one other thing. So I was talking about transformation into the charismatic leader, and how you have to have polarising views if you're going to be interesting and not boring, and also if you're going to build a culture, you have to have polarizing views. You can't be afraid of actually saying what you think and standing by it. And these are some like just points from Russell's book, so you can read them if you want to. But Tim asked me actually as well earlier about, what about LinkedIn? I know that LinkedIn's not there right now. If you've got 500 million users on LinkedIn in total, not even active, and you've got more than 1.3 billion, with a B, active daily users of Facebook, why the hell are you wasting your time on this when there are more people on Facebook? Why are you wasting your time on LinkedIn when Ryan Dice, one of the owners of Digital Marketer, tells you the first place to start when it comes to doing, adverts is Facebook. And if you can only ever do one thing, do Facebook. Why would these people who are incredibly successful and know about marketing talk about advertising on Facebook if everybody isn't on Facebook to get to? So LinkedIn, stop wasting your time. But anyway, that's one of my views, that I think LinkedIn's a waste of time and blogs are dead and emails are dead, and that you should be using Facebook Messenger responder sequences, or even just use Facebook Messenger because people will open it. And like embracing AI, because obviously it's the future. So one of the things that Russell Brunson talks about is throwing rocks at your enemies. So I guess while I wouldn't say that LinkedIn believers are my enemies, I do feel that throwing rocks at LinkedIn might be one of those things, might be a polarising view. So yeah. I thought I'd just show you some stuff. There's my toy corner over there. Not my toy corner, Caspian's toy corner. Here are some things that I've been doing over the last, I guess, really in total like 5 years, but this is like an hour of me reading Expert Secrets and then putting my thoughts down off the back of Expert Empires, off the back of speaking to Grant Cardone and getting some personal advice on a business adventure. Well, it is an adventure actually, rather than just a business venture that I want to do, and I am putting it in action. And I've started doing things. I'm doing more. Well, not doing more lives because I've been doing those anyway, but I've started writing down and actually trying to put into action the things that we've learned. I've already started on the Facebook Messenger thing. There's a really amazing thing you can do. You can do m.me, so m.me / and then your page name. And if someone clicks that link, it goes straight into your Facebook Messenger. I have a messenger bot set up just to subscribe people to my Facebook Messenger using ManyChat. So I haven't even set up the autoresponder or anything like that properly yet, but I just put up a thing of hey guys, I'm going to start doing all this stuff in a group. If you want in, just click the link. And I had 50 people in a couple of days. That's mental. So, and that was just from my personal thing as well, not even my Facebook page. I haven't done any advertising or anything. So you should try it if you want to get people on into you, rather than having communication via email where people don't even bother opening. Get people into your Facebook Messenger and then they are going to open it, because we can't help ourselves, because it feels like a personal message, because it is, and it can be, especially if you use bots properly. So I hope that's been useful, perhaps a whirlwind tour of my mind, and if you have any questions about that stuff, then post them below. Just remember the things. If you've missed some of the especially the topics that I have in my course, then go back and listen again, because I do tell you some stuff. If you want to know how to do them, well, then you're going to have to join my course. Come and join my group. I will put a link. All you have to do is go to m.me / the Samantha Brown, and I will show people how to do these things that I've talked about, like taking stills, like uploading captions, because I believe more people listen to video without sound on than do with sound. So you need to be doing captions, you need to be putting on there, and you don't have to pay. I found a free way to do it. So let me know if you would like to know how to do that, and I will show you. I will add you into my group and you can learn how to do it. And it's now, I don't know, about 5:20 on Saturday afternoon, so maybe I'll open my curtains and you can see the excitement of the sunshine. I'll show you why I didn't have the curtains open earlier, because you really can't see anything. Now my post-it notes are just a bright blur. What I'm going to go, this is my Caspian's bit, I'm going to go outside and enjoy the garden and everything else. Yeah, hopefully that's been useful to you and you can see how to do it. So Michael's just asked what the link was I mentioned about Messenger. I'll type it in below. Actually, let me see if I can type it in right now. It's m.me / the Samantha Brown. If you click that, then I will add you into my group where I'm going to do videos on exactly how to do that. Create a messenger link, create an autoresponder in your Facebook Messenger, because they're opened 91% of the time, and loads and loads and loads of other stuff that I have talked about. So if you missed it, go back to the beginning, but click on the link that I've just provided you there, and hopefully, I'm just trying to see if it's going to work now. That should take you through, well, it will take you through to my my link that goes through, so you can join my group and learn all of this stuff that I've just been talking about. So hopefully this has been useful. I shall see you all again soon, and have an amazing, amazing weekend. See ya.